Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be covering October's monthly budget. We're going to talk about some financial goals, personal goals, all of the things. So we're going to jump right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one, and we are expecting our second child here at the beginning of November. So if y'all hear me out of breath, yawning, drinking, it's all a part of the third trimester, okay? So please bear with me when it comes to that. And so I'm going to be working out of the Budget Moms Workbook. I've been using this book since June. I am very familiar with her. I have gone back and forth throughout the years using all different sorts of things. But right now, this is just what's working for me and my family. So this is just what our spreadsheet looks like, just very minimal. Honestly, I thought I had some stickers already that I could put out, but I couldn't find it. And then the number stickers are just from the back of the book that she gives you. So I've already put down where all of our bills are due, and then also all of our paydays. My husband gets paid weekly, I get paid bi-weekly, so we're always receiving a check. And this month is a magic month because my husband gets 5 paychecks instead of 4. So we are going to head over to our important dates and talk about the dates that I have right now that are sort of kind of important. So I have the 14th and the 28th, which are doctor's appointments. As I'm doing this video, I have another cardiologist appointment that is due on the 7th. So I'm actually going to put this here so that I can remember that. But I also have one of those. And then, so this is for OB. That's my cardiologist. I am having some heart issues and things like that during this pregnancy. And so I do have to see a cardiologist just to make sure I'm okay, baby's okay, and all of the things. And then I'm projecting right now, I put a question mark in front of it because this may or may not change. But in this moment, my last day of work should actually be on the 31st. Currently, I am working from home, but we'll see how all of that pans out. But those are kind of my important dates. I do have one more thing, y'all. Is the 24th. I just saw this, and this was Baby Girl's Fall Festival. So I'll need to remember that because we would love for her to go. I want to be able to make sure she gets to enjoy some fall festives this month because I'm already struggling. So she'll at least have the fall festival, and then we'll do a couple of fun projects at home, something towards that area. Now on to just some notes for myself, okay? So the first thing that I would like to do is prep our hospital bag, which is the same thing, kind of like baby bag, all of the things. When I was pregnant with Leanna, I literally packed her bag the day I went into labor, which was on her due date. I was already home all day, and the minute that I kind of knew I was having contractions and things like that, I just slowly took my time and put her back together. It wasn't a whole lot of crazy stuff. We were very, very simple, and that's how we'll be again this year, or not this year, but this time around. I believe I need to buy myself like a pair of pants because the pants I have projected that I was going to wear is not going to fit me when I get to 39 weeks. So, I need to get that, but I already have like everything else. Like I'm going to wear a gown while I'm in the hospital. Like that's no big deal. And then I already have like personal like things, to like wash your face, deodorant, like that kind of stuff. It's not a huge like thing for me. So nothing too crazy, but I think I'll have that. That's like the only thing I probably will need to purchase, honestly, but we'll see. But this time around, just want to make sure that we are ready ahead of time because we already have a child and I don't want to be scrambling and baby girl's not prepared we're not prepared. We're all over the place. Next, I want to start decluttering. So this is a whole thing, pregnancy thing, y'all. I am in nesting mode, but my nesting mode consists of me decluttering. I literally just want to throw everything in my house away and then just start fresh with like, okay, we need a spatula. We can just go ahead and buy like one spatula. That is kind of where I am right now. So I have started decluttering just a tad bit on the weekends. I've been sitting in one of my rolly chairs. Now that we're talking about it, I forgot I have a yoga ball I can sit on too. And just been throwing stuff in the garbage. So that is kind of my goal. And I want to bring in 2026 with just a little less toys and gunk and all of the things. So I want to start it. It's not something that needs to be like completed or anything in October, just a thing for me. With that being said, I'm just prepping to close out work stuff. So just making sure like all my ducks are in a row and making sure whoever needs to have access has access and knows what's like going on and all that stuff. So that's kind of like a personal thing for me. Next is, as I talked about, we wanted to do some fall activities for baby girl. And honestly, it doesn't need to be anything big. We are not trying to spend a whole bunch of money or do a whole bunch of crazy things. But, you know, I love watching like YouTube and stuff like that for these little creative ideas, especially Pinterest, on like fall little things you can do like at home with a toddler and stuff like that. And like I said, she has her fall festival. So that's also something like bigger that she would be able to participate in. Next is bulk shopping. We'll see how that goes, y'all, because with this pregnancy, I actually cannot stand up for maybe more than like 5 minutes. True story. And it's a part of like my like heart situation as well too. And normally we go bulk shopping at Sam's Club. And so I know they have an option to like deliver or pick up, and we might need to do that option because I won't be able to stand up that long at Sam's Club. And yeah, I mean, I could send my husband, but that could be a disaster if he doesn't get the right things, even after I told him to get the right things. So we need to bulk shop just to make sure we have all of our necessities in the house prior to baby being here. And I'm thinking that I want to do bulk shopping like sometime towards the middle of the month so that it will roll over. Like I should be good until the beginning of December. And really my bulk shopping is just like getting my toilet paper and paper towel. And we like to use paper plates right now. So stocking up on paper plates. And then getting meats because we always eat kind of the same meats, stocking up on those things, maybe some pantry items and things that I don't have to worry about needing to buy every single week. I need a complete baby prep, and that's really completing baby girl number 2's room. It's going to be a little undone because my husband's mom is coming, and currently the bed is still in there for her to be able to stay. So we can't put the crib in there because the crib and the bed really don't fit enough in that room. Although the room is big, it still has a dresser in there, and just how we have it set up, it's just, yeah. So with that being said, we will not finish her room until after his mom leaves. However, I want to be able to have her clothes already sorted out. We've moved all of the boxes of like diapers and wipes and all the extra stuff. I just want it to be sorted up out there. And then we have a little storage area in our current room that also needs to be like set up. And then that is all of my like notes. And then lastly, my financial goal is to just give my budget some time. I know with everything that's been going on, I have not fully been able to what I normally do is like I spend some time in my budget and just make sure everything is working and looking good. And so I just want for the month of October, especially, that I am just keeping a little bit more of a keen eye on our budget and just making sure that everything is working out, you guys. So let's move over to our actual budget and what we are projecting that is going to look like. Now, y'all, this is my this is my third time filming this video. And so the numbers are already filled out. And give me just a second. The numbers are already filled out. So we're just going to go through everything and just talk about what we are hoping comes from the month of October. So we have our bills here, okay? So we have our mortgage at $19.90.38, daycare is $12.19.50, our security services are $60.50, natural gas at $40, internet at $94.65, YouTube TV at $106.35, electric at $2.35, and utilities at $180, which brings me to a total of $3,926.38. Now, let me tell y'all something, because I'm always like my mind is always going and I'm always thinking. So I've been thinking of ways to be able to streamline my budget a little bit more efficiently. A lot of these bills are already on like automatic payments, like daycare, ADT, natural gas, internet, YouTube TV, and utilities automatically come out of our account. So those things are already streamlined, and that's why you guys don't see me pay some of these bills ahead of time whenever I'm doing my paycheck budget. But then I love challenging myself a little bit more. And I actually got this idea from ChatGPT. So I had just put in like a specific, like what we're going to be potentially budgeting for 2026 income and what a budget would look like for a family of 4 in a particular area. And it gave me an idea, and it was something that I've been wanting to do, but I've been holding out because I wasn't sure about it, is I am going to be making a utilities, and I talked about this in my savings challenge video, but a utilities, at first I was going to have one for natural gas, one for electric, one for utilities, but now I'm actually just going to make it all one like bucket in our Ally checking account, the same way I have it for our Acorns account. And I am going to build a buffer into that account. And what will happen is, instead of me having to budget maybe $400 or $500 a month out of our regular budget, the goal is to get it between about $250 to $300, and that's just what I'll put into that bucket each month. There'll already be money in there, and I'm just filling it up and make sure it never goes dry and that it's able to cover all of the bills. Based on some of the numbers that I was just playing with, they will allow to, I haven't done more than about like $490 for all of my utilities. So the goal is, even if I could get maybe half of that, especially now we're going into the fall time, so the bills won't be that high, that would give me an opportunity to build that up. Now, I don't plan on using the money though until the beginning of January, but the goal is to kind of start maybe throwing some money in there. So that is some changes that I'm going to be looking forward to. And then, we will go from there. So that is what our bills are looking like for October, with potential changes coming maybe sooner rather than later. Next is going to be our spending accounts. So if you guys know, starting in September, I stopped kind of tracking how much I'm spending in each account and not being able to go over. Instead, I just put all of the money into the account, the Ally checking account, and I just spend the money where I need it at that time. And if I budget $1170 is all that I have to spend for that month. But then I do track for the month how much money just was spent in each of these categories, so I can better understand how much more money I need to save or put into our checking accounts each month, or what I need to pull back from, or why am I spending so much money in one area. And I've actually enjoyed it for the month of September. So I feel really good about it, and we'll see how it goes for October. So $700 is what I'm expecting for groceries. Gas is at $220. This could possibly give us some extra money if I end up not needing to go into work for the month of October. I will save a lot of money on gas. Household, I'm budgeting $150, and then spending is $100. So that's $1170, and that's what's going into our spending accounts. Next is debt. We have our two debts for $557.86. That's our loan and our water treatment. And then for our savings area, we're planning on putting $187 into our sinking funds. Our savings is getting $61, and then our investments are getting $11. And the way that our investments are working is I reopened a Acorns account. I know you don't want to stretch yourself thin when you are trying to save, you are trying to pay off debt and all of the things. But I chose to do Acorns again because they have something that I feel works for what I'm looking for, and that is their like roundup. So I have all of our credit cards attached to our Acorns account. So every time we buy groceries or gas or household products, fast food, whatever it is, it rounds up that change. And once that change gets to $5, it will then invest that $5 into our Acorns. It's something I don't have to worry about. I don't have to think about. And it's not like $5 is not going to make or break our budget. And so if I'm budgeting for about $11, that means 2 times out of the month, we'll get to $5. And it will slowly grow. So at least by the time we start really putting money in there, like we already have something going. Me and my husband separately already have our own 401ks and IRAs, and then I do have my own like brokerage account. So this is just something I want us to share between the both of us. So that is what we have there. Now, really quickly, because I never really put it on here, I only put our final numbers, but our income for our W-2s, we're planning $59.50, and then roll over at $2,300, which would bring us to $8,250 that we would have to budget for. And our total bills and expenses and things like that come out to $5,913.24. We do try to keep a $2,200 or more buffer in our account, especially since we're trying to build that buffer for our maternity leave in there as well. So that is just what we are looking at, you guys. So this is kind of it for my October monthly budget. I am planning and thinking as I'm talking to you guys that I will do one video where I plot all of my paychecks for the month of October, and that will be one budget video, and then each week we'll just go through and see where we are. So stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your goals are, or even some fun fall activities you have planned for the month of October. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.